Guys, in this chapter we will study about force and laws of motion. Okay, in the previous class you have got little idea about force. Force is a push or pull which makes any object which is in rest into motion, or any object which is in motion into rest, or it changes its direction also. Pushing, pulling or hitting object changes their state of motion, you can see here, or it can deform it. It can increase its size. You have already done in this previous class that you have read that we know that the force can change the shape and size of the object, or it can bring any moving object into a rest, or the object which is in rest into motion. In this class we will read something further, that is for many centuries the problem of the motion and its causes had puzzled scientists and philosophers. A ball on the ground, when given a small hit, does not move forever. Such observations suggest that rest is the natural state of an object. Okay, it is a natural state because when the ball is hit, it doesn't move forever. It moves to a little distance and then it stops. Okay, so this was a puzzle for scientists. They were keeping such research over it, and this reminded the belief until Galileo Galilei and Isaac Newton developed an entirely different approach to understand motion, and what they have said we will study in this chapter. Next here, balanced and unbalanced force. What is balanced and unbalanced force? Anything in this universe, any object which is in rest or is in motion, is all because of balanced force. Here you can see the object which is in rest. It is in rest, but when a force is applied on both the side, equal magnitude of force is applied. Here you can see the string Y and the string X. It is tied on both the side of a wooden box, and equal amount of external force is applied in a positive direction. The wooden box doesn't move. It remains in the state of rest. So why it is this? Because of balanced force. And if the force were unbalanced or imbalanced, means if X side it was greater than the Y side, then it would have moved towards the X side. Okay, now you can see here the two boys or two persons, they are trying to push a wooden box. They are pushing it towards the direction opposite to them. Here you can see, but one more force, that is friction force, is working against the applied force. This is the applied force, direction of applied force, but against the direction of applied force, a force is working towards it of the same magnitude. Why they are unable to move the box? Because of the friction force, which is of the same magnitude, working in opposite direction. Now again they have increased their force. When they have increased their force, still the frictional force is also increased by the same magnitude, and again the box is not being moved. Now what they do? Now again they enhance their external force. They have increased their external force to a greater extent, and the box starts moving in this direction. Why? Because they have overcome the frictional force. Now the magnitude of the applied force is more than the frictional force, and the force here becomes unbalanced or imbalanced, and the rest object starts moving. Clear? So anything, if you want to move anything, or if you want to change the direction of any object, or if you want to make moving object rest, you have to apply unbalanced force. Here you can see Galileo did one experiment. He took an inclined plane. Here you can see A, B and C. So in an inclined plane, what he did, he placed a ball over there. The ball started rolling down. Okay, after rolling down, so the ball, when it starts rolling, it is rolling down because of unbalanced gravitational force. Nobody is hitting the ball, but it is rolling down because of unbalanced gravitational force. Under the gravitational force, it is rolling down. When it rolls down with a constant velocity, it achieves the constant velocity here in the bottom. When it reaches the bottom, it achieves the definite velocity. वो definite velocity उसको मिल जाता है. यहाँ से वो यहाँ तक जब आ रहा है तो it is moving with acceleration. यहाँ रेस्ट पे है, इसका वेलोसिटी बढ़ता जाता है, एक्सेलरेट करता जाता है और जब तक यहाँ आता है बॉटम में ये कांस्टेंट वेलोसिटी इसका it achieves constant velocity and then it climbs up. When it climbs up to the another inclined plane, its velocity decreases down. But ये उस हाइट को अचीव करता है जिस वेलोसिटी से ये नीचे आया था, तो ये उतना ही हाइट को अचीव करेगा. ओके अब हम यहाँ देख रहे हैं कि जब अगर मान लो इंक्लाइंड प्लेन, इट विल अचीव द सेम हाइट, इट विल गो till the same height by itself. Now if the plane का जो इंक्लाइनेशन है उसको हम डिक्रीज़ कर देंगे तो ये फर्दर डिस्टेंस को कवर करेगा टिल इट विल अचीव द सेम हाइट. इस तरह से अगर उसके इंक्लाइनेशन को हम कम करते जाएंगे और एक समय उसको हम ज़ीरो इंक्लाइंड कर देंगे, बिल्कुल प्लेन कर देंगे, तो द बॉल विल रिमेन मूविंग, इट विल नेवर स्टॉप. ये गैलीलियो ने कहा था. इफ़ इट स्टॉप्स it is because of unbalanced force, that is frictional force working over it. ये तब स्टॉप करता है जब इस पे फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स वर्क करना शुरू कर देता है. ओके अदरवाइज इट विल कीप इन मोशन, इट विल रिमेन इन द स्टेट ऑफ मोशन. और अगर इस फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स को हम ओवरकम कर ले बाय अप्लाइंग ग्रीस और मेकिंग द सरफेस स्मूथ, देन द बॉल विल रिमेन मूविंग फॉरएवर. ये ऐसा बात गैलीलियो ने कहा था. Okay, so you read this and try to understand. And from here, Isaac Newton discovered the first law of motion. Now you read this experiment. By observing the motion of objects on an inclined plane, Galileo deduced that the objects move with the constant speed when no force acts on them. Okay, वो constant speed से move करता रहेगा जब तक कि उसमें कोई force act नहीं करेगा. ये ball move करता रहता अगर उसमें friction force act नहीं करता. He observed that when a marble rolls down an inclined plane, its velocity increases. जब ये मार्बल रॉल्स डाउन करता है तो इसका वेलोसिटी बढ़ना शुरू हो जाता है. ओके इट वेलोसिटी इंक्रीजेस and attain a definite velocity by the time it reaches the bottom. Its velocity decreases when it climbs up, as shown in figure 9.5b. Okay, figure 9.5c shows a marble resting on an ideal frictionless plane inclined on both sides. Galileo argued that when the marble is released from left, it would roll down the slope and go on the opposite side to the same height from which it was released. वो सेम हाइट को जाएगा जहाँ से वो उसे रिलीज़ किया गया था. If the inclination of the plane on both sides are equal, then the marble will climb the same distance and that is covered while rolling down. If the angle of inclination of the right side plane were gradually decreased, then the marble would travel further distance. अगर उसको डिक्रीज करेंगे मार्बल और ज़्यादा डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल करेगा till it reaches the original height. If the right side plane were ultimately made horizontal, ultimately उसे अगर horizontal कर दिया गया तो क्या होगा? तो the marble would continue to travel forever trying to reach the same height. वो forever move करता रहेगा trying to reach the same height that it was released from. ओके जिस हाइट से उसे रिलीज़ किया गया था उस हाइट को अटेन करने के लिए वो मूव करता जाएगा. The unbalanced force on the marble in this case are zero. इस केस में अनबैलेंस्ड फोर्स जीरो है. It thus suggests that an unbalanced external force is required to change the motion of the marble, but no net force is needed to sustain the uniform motion of the marble. कोई फोर्स नहीं चाहिए to sustain the motion of this marble. ठीक है ना, हमें कोई भी फोर्स नहीं चाहिए इसके मोशन को सस्टेन करने के लिए. ये तो ऐसे ही मूव करता जाएगा. लेकिन हाँ, इसे रोकने के लिए हमें एक्सटर्नल फोर्स चाहिए। इसी बात को गैलीलियो ने